So we had tried to. We're just going to dive in and try and explain different things about mental health myths or myths related to mental health. So one basically is mental health problems are rare. No, mental health problems are not rare, and you find out that in the latest World Health Organization report, 1 in 4 people will be affected by mental health. So, in the general population of the world, we have so many people that are faced with mental health in different times or seasons in their lives. And also, another myth or story that is always talked about is mental illness is a sign of weakness. So, so many people underestimate this myth, and the truth is, mental uh, uh, illness has nothing to do with personal strength or weakness. It is more of a medical condition that can affect anyone, regardless of their character or their financial or their status in the society. There is also another myth that people with mental illness are violent and are unpredictable. Truth is, most people with mental health issues are not violent, one, and there are different types of mental health or mental illnesses, and they have different signs and symptoms on different people. And also, these mental illnesses affect people, and they can always be different characteristics to the problems. So, in fact, they are more likely to be victims of violence, and mental health rarely leads to unpredictable or violent behaviors. It's not one of the characteristics. There is also a myth that mental health problems are as a result of poor parenting. Uh, though poor parenting is one issue that brings so many problems and childhood traumas and affects the childhood development in many people, but the truth is family dynamics can influence mental health. Mental illness are not caused by bad parenting. Uh, they often result from a complex mix of genetics or biological environment or sociological factors. So, when we look at poor parenting, it's not really related to mental health problems, but it can be a factor that contributes. Another myth or story that people always refer to is mental illnesses are permanent and untreatable, which is a lie. Yeah, you'll find out it's a lie because uh, we can put it this way: truth about it is many mental health conditions are treatable. Yes, if we find the right ways to treat it or if we find the right way to deal with it, people can recover or effectively manage their symptoms with appropriate treatment. Early interventions and continuous care or continuous support system are the keys to recovery. Most of the time, it's a tiresome journey, and so many people give up along the way. Or if you're a support system, keep on keeping on, keep on holding, because your support can really be a significant uh, step to the changes or a significant chance for the steps of or for improvement on the mental health victim or mental health patient. There's Number six story and myth is always her therapy and self help are a waste of time. Uh, Personally, in the last few months, we can say almost in the last few years, uh, I decided to try counseling. I decided to try therapy. And for a long time, I've been a therapist that does not really go for therapy sessions. But since the last few years, I started going for therapy. I've easily dealt with some things. I've easily found out new ways of dealing with issues that really affected me for a very long time because I never knew how to handle some. And through talking to a specialist or through talking to a counselor, it's been a plus for me. So right now, even as I talk to you, I basically know what I'm talking about. I'm basically more passionate of what I'm talking about. It's not the theory that I learned, but it's also the practical I've seen working for me and I've seen working for others. So therapy works, self-help works. Therapy, counseling, self-help strategies can be highly effective in treating mental health issues, and professional help provides the tools and support needed to manage and overcome mental health challenges. So don't wait until it becomes a mental health illness, or don't wait until uh, it grows from stress to depression, and is when you look for mental health interventions. Mm, Another myth is that people will with mental health problems can just snap out of it, which is not true. The truth about that is mental health issues are not a matter of choice. People can't simply snap out of it or get over it. They require proper treatment, support, and some medications to deal with the challenges they have currently. You just can't walk out of it. You can't snap out of it. Most of the time, we need different interventions to deal with the issue. And if we talk about the next one is always taking medication on mental uh, health problems is a sign of failure. No, it's not. These are things that people just assume. And when you talk to professional counselors, professional therapists, they will really help you a lot. There are things that people assume. And most of the time, people say there is no need of mental health interventions like counseling, therapy, but it does a lot. It helps a lot in different ways. So if you're in a position that you can access this, it helps. Trust me, you'll see the changes. You will note the changes. There is also we can always talk about only adults experience mental health problems. Do you think? Do you think it's right? No. Any type of trauma, any child that has gone through trauma, they always seem to have episodes of mental health breakdowns. So, mental health issues can affect people of all ages, including children, children, adolescents, early adults, and even the ones in their late adulthood. So it's a problem that cuts across different ages, but the interventions are always available. Only if you seek the right ones, you can really get out of the problem as soon as you start dealing with the problem. There is also a myth or a story that people always talk about that mental health problems are as a result of personal choices. Uh, One thing I've noticed, or one thing I've come to learn, uh, life is a roller coaster. No one travels in a straight line, and no one always find it easy. There are things that shock you. There are things that, when they take place, you are always taken back, or you are always taken into seasons of life that you don't know how to approach. So, one thing that we can say that mental health problems are as a result of personal choices. Maybe yes, maybe not, but mental illnesses are not caused by lifestyle choices or lack of willpower. They are complex conditions, and I think this can be combination of genetics, brain chemistry, trauma, and other factors in life. We can also talk about one myth that always people don't like talking about suicide. They assume it will encourage it. But look at it this way. I think we are talking about mental health to create the awareness, to create a new thought process, and to create to get out of the stigma, so that people can always seek help when they need it. And what if we talk about suicide the same way? Not to encourage, but just to open up, just to find out other ways of dealing with it, other ways we can always mm, advise people, and we can talk to people before they take these steps. Think about it. Always think about it. Uh, Another myth or story that people always talk about is people with medical illnesses cannot hold a job. That's definitely a lie. The reality is people keep on pushing, whether they're broken, whether they're in a good state, whether they're torn apart, whether they don't know, they're not sure of tomorrow, how to go about tomorrow. But you see, many people with mental health conditions lead successful careers. With the right support and treatment, they can be just as productive as anyone else. They also need the job. They also need so many things in life. They also need a complete life. So there is also another myth that mental illnesses are just an excuse of bad behavior. No. Uh, Trust me, being in that position is always difficult. But now, what if we judge them more without giving them solutions? It does not help at all. So it's never an excuse for bad behavior. Ish, sometimes influence. Oh, they are not an. They are not. They're. They are not an excuse for harmful actions, or people often manage seeking to manage their symptoms. No, it's just a state that they can deal with if they get the right support and the right professional help to deal with the issues. We can always talk about recovery is impossible as a myth. That's not true. Trust me, over the years, I've worked or I've seen other counselors, other therapists work with people that have regained a full recovery. So, as we always insist, professional help and a stable support system or a good support system uh, brings the recovery very quickly. The other myth is always only people without friends need therapy. No, the truth is therapy is beneficial for anyone who needs professional help, regardless of your social circle. And one thing there's a time we had a random sampling of questionnaires, or random sample interviews, and we were giving out questionnaires, we were filling the questionnaires, and so many people were like I can easily talk to a therapist or a counselor because there are things I can't discuss with my friend, there are things I can't discuss with my family. So there is where we noticed that so many people can have problems, that there are problems they can share, there are problems they don't feel comfortable sharing with family and the social circles around them. So yeah, you still need therapy. At the end of the day, you still need therapy. You still need someone who you can talk to. You still need a professional who you can always engage on different things. And the professionals, you get into a space that you discuss even your work life, what you think, how you think you have to go about it. And we always say a problem shared is half solved. So if it was something you have been brainstorming about and you have not been finding the solutions, by talking about it and listening to yourself talk about it and let the help listen about it, I think you get some solutions along the way. There's always there are many myths, and we can just list the much you can. And there's another one that always states like mental health problems are as a result of lack of faith or spirituality. At times it works both way, because when you are undergoing professional help, for us we always advocate for you to have a form of spirituality, a form of faith you rely on, so that it quickens the process, and it gives you a basis to rely on. And mental health conditions are not caused by lack of faith or spirituality. They are medical issues that require treatment. Spirituality and faith can be part of personal support system and can help to substitute for professional care, or can help a professional care to guide you to the right way. So there's so many myths around that argues with mental health, but there are some also that can be tested to see if they are facts or myths. So as we get to know more about mental health, as we get to list more things about mental health, as we get to find out how to go about these things, we are always here for you at Laford Teletherapy Counselors LTC. We offer teletherapy, we offer online counseling. You can always come to us. We charge only $20 per session, and you can always get the good guidance. We also have what do we say? We also have books on Amazon Kindle, that talks about mental health, stress and stress management, and other books. So from this video on our YouTube platform, you can always find our links to different pages, to different platforms that we also associate with. And kindly remember to share, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification. Let's learn more, let's engage more. Till next time. But it's not even next time, because we are making more videos today about mental health, because we are answering different questions and we are educating you more about what we know about mental health. See you in a bit.